That has a lot of things wrote in it.
Yeah, that notepad I bought from Wilkinson's years ago. It's got a lot of spots written in it. A lot of spots that I've sort of come across over the years. They're not quite riding spots. They need to be modified so I can ride them. Some of these spots are really simple. Some of them are quite crazy. Well, most of them are quite crazy. And most of these spots need things doing to them. Either a jump built, a kicker built, a rail manufactured to go across a gap, and so on and so on. The reason why I'm telling you this, I had a really interesting conversation with Callum whilst doing the last vlog, the last video, and he said to me that he's kind of sad that he grew up in the wrong era of BMX, because he finds that nowadays it's easy pickings. There's so many skate parks about, he's not had to sort of go and build his own trails, build his own spots. And I understood what he was saying. I mean, when I started riding for the first 10 years, our local town did not have a skate park, simple as that. So we had to sort of adapt to the situation, and we had to kind of make our own spots, build our own trails. And that's how it's always been, and that's how I've always been. I mean, building this place was just easy, because I'm used to it. To some people, they probably looked at this land, how it was before this place was here, and thought, nah, sod that, that's too much work. I can happily just go down to the local skate park and not put my back out. So, going back to that notepad, some of the spots that are in there. The one I'm going to do, the next one on that list, is a road gap. And this road gap will be done on a mountain bike because the run-up's too sort of bumpy.
Alright, no, don't need spades. There you are.
You're going to wonder why I've got a rake in the back. There was a spot I showed you, if you watch my vlogs, showed you ages ago. When I do my route on my road bike, I come across this real cool road gap, but in the winter, the actual run up to this road gap was literally a bog. Been there recently, and it's dried up, apart from there's like a real sketchy run up where a load of twigs, load of leaves, all needs raking out. And it is an awesome road gap, just a natural one. I haven't got to do anything apart from rake it. The jump's already there. When it comes to riding, this is what I live for. I mean, when I did the window drop, I had to go out there with brushes and stuff. Build a sort of a landing. When I did the Angel Place gap, I had to build a takeoff. I had to go and climb over to the other roof and brush up the landing.
Okay.
It's all about the preparation and the kind of one-off sketchy setups. That's what I live for. And that's pretty much what this is gonna be. There you go. Quinn, look at that. It's literally like walking a squirrel. It is, isn't it? She's like the size of a squirrel. And she has to get involved, doesn't she? Look at her. You have to get involved, mate, don't you? There is one little issue with this road gap. The actual takeoff is kind of like part of the forestry. The takeoff's fine. Can you hear that noise? The actual landing is someone's garden. There's actually a guy in there at the moment with a chainsaw. He's cutting up a tree. So I can't go over there and rake it out yet and show you what the setup's going to be. So we're going to take the dogs for a little walk, and then we're going to get Jake the rake out and sort out the run up. So yeah, I'm in completely different clothes because it's a completely different day. Guy with a chainsaw didn't leave yesterday. I didn't want to sort of make him aware that I was going to modify that spot. So I hid the rake, and now I've got to get the rake. Stash the rake in there. I made sure no one's going to find it, look. So yeah, I got my rake, stashed it in the hedge. Now I've got to sort of clear the run out for this gap, and hopefully no one kicks off.
So you've got this little berm, come around this little bit here, straight down there towards the road gap. That is the plan.
So as a warm up, I decided to actually cycle here from home, which is about what, 5 miles?
Yeah.
And the hill climbing up was literally mental. I am now at this road gap. The guy that was doing the chainsaw the other day, he's still across the road, he's got his axe out. He's currently axing some logs, so hopefully he doesn't axe me up. I got actual land on his garden. So see how this goes. Yeah, my takeoff's a little bit soft. So first attempt, I was a little bit hesitant on the takeoff because it's so soft. It's like, this floor is like moss. And look, it took all the momentum out of my jump. So I come up a little bit short. It is a big gap, mind. This is actually a proper road gap. I mean, I'd probably made it if I went sort of further down, but it's actually the biggest gap of this road, and I wanted to go for that one. So I'm not going to do it again until I sort out this sort of soft bit at the bottom. And jump the car.
Fuck that.
That's what you want to do, that straight over the car.
That is really soft, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, it's not even grass, it's like moss.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
Well, I was here, innit? I'm the sort of person, once I call it out, I have to do it.
Yeah.
We've just cycled like 6 miles all the way here. I know I've put you in a mood for cycling here, so I had to at least try it. But I got quite far. Right, see if I can do it up.
Hey neighbour! Hey! How are we?
So first attempt on that gap didn't quite go to plan. There's a really soft mossy bit on the run up, so I got myself a board. Hopefully that does the trick. On the second attempt, Callum's going to join me. Hopefully he's going to send it as well. I'm going to be the guinea pig again. He's going to see how I jump it, the sort of speed I get. Then he's going to do it. And yeah, I'm just taking you through the process of what goes through some of these gaps that I've done, what I'm doing. I actually thought I'd burst my headset. Headset's fine, the actual top stem cap had broke. So I had to get a new one of them. That's why I couldn't do it again. Even when I clamped up when I got home, the headset didn't stay tight, and the actual stem cap, I realised it's broken, so I got a new one. So this video is now spread over like sort of 4 different days, the preparation and trying the actual gap. But it's worth it. In the end, it's all worth it, because I want to get this gap done and landed better.
Yeah, so hopefully this piece of board with reinforced on the back is going to get the job done.
That just sent you.
That was better. First jump of the day. So there we have it. The little bit of board worked. Quite happy with that, to be honest. The run up finally worked. Bit of raking, bit of board. Bike's in one piece. Now Callum's gonna eye it up.
All hail to the piece of board. That's a cool jump. More than enough. 100%.
Yeah?
100%, yeah. Oh my word, that was beautiful. That sent you miles. You killed it. Yeah. Well, your body stayed on. That's it. Yeah. Like I said, as long as your body makes it across, that's all that matters. That's my motto. That's a proper road gap. Your first ever official road gap.
Yeah.
Flying fist.
Oh my god.
Poof, poof, poof. Thing is, because I've done it so many times, you get that little bit where you just like, it is, fuck it. That's all it's about. Literally get to that point where no return. That's what I call it, the point of no return. That's the main reason when I started doing gaps and stuff, I took my brakes off because I kept whistling out.
Yeah.
Took them off and that's where it all started.
Yeah.
For all the Sandale window drop and stuff like that, I had my brakes when I first did it and I kept stopping halfway down the alley. I was like, take the brakes off, can't hesitate, out I go. I'm knowing how that ended up the first time. Whoa! I'm alright.
Fucking hell.
Lit me real bad. I'm fucking completely missed. Go again!
Fucking hell, nutter.
Saw that lip out there. Fucking.
That was fucking brilliant.
But a few modifications and yeah, that jump's perfect.
Yeah.
And like I say, we haven't had to do anything. All I've done is literally raked out the floor, put a little bit of board in. I've not snapped any trees down. Just raked a few leaves and that's it. Natural road gap. So yeah, finally accomplished it. The only thing we've got to do now is measure it. I bought a tape measure. Measure from there, pretty much a couple feet past. Let's do this then. I'm running out of tape. 26 feet, literally where I sort of landed flat. Yeah. So we were going about 29 feet. Ran out of tape measure. Minimum. So yeah, the gap's about 29, 30 feet. Depending on how far you land, you got to at least land 26 feet to get over it. And yeah, that is a manly gap. Look how weird this tree is. It's just like they've dug away all the banks, so it's exposed all the roots. That's a cool gap. Proper road gap. Always wanted to find a proper road gap, and that's it, done. Go on, mate. I'm not going to take it. Look at the size of it. No, 2 minutes. So yeah, I got these pizzas, look how delicious it looks on the box. Look how shit it looks. What the, oh my god. So finally, another gap ticked off the list from my Wilkinson's book. Got plenty more where that come from. The end result, the gap didn't look as big on film. It never does. When you're stood there in person, you're thinking about the gap, it looks massive in person, that's what I think. When I look back at all the video footage, it doesn't really give it justice, but that's how it goes. At the end of the day, I was more stoked on Callum doing that gap, because he was fighting a few demons leading into that gap, and straight away he started discussing about a gap he did a while ago, which I filmed when he first came out on his mountain bike, which didn't go too well. Fuck, you alright? A lot of you that have watched my vlogs for a while will remember that clip. He overshot that jump by an absolute mile. But I said to him, it's a completely different jump. You're never going to get that sort of speed. There's no way near enough run up to get that sort of speed. As long as you pedal halfway down, commit to it, you can't go wrong. He did get a little bit sideways as he took off, but he committed to it. He cleared the gap. He stayed on the bike. And I was so happy for him. And I said it before, when I come across these like sort of sketchy gaps and stuff and setups, I will be the guinea pig. I'll rather do it first than sort of push my friends into doing it, see them get hurt and I kind of feel bad. But like, if I land it and someone else feels like doing it, then it's up to them. I mean, I don't start getting other people to do it purposely to try and get some decent crash footage and stuff like that. I'd rather see them accomplish the same things that I do if they're up for doing it. I mean, that's another one ticked off the list. I've got plenty more where that come from. Tell me what you think about it. Do you like the whole setup of me showing you what I go through to do these sort of gaps? Because you've got to understand, if I'd have just put the footage up of just doing that gap, you wouldn't have seen the process of like the 4 days of going there, raking it, the things I had to go through to do that gap. It'd have been over. It'd have been over in like 5 seconds. Recently, filming at sort of other skate parks and stuff, I'm not getting that same buzz that I used to. Because I feel like I'm doing stuff that other people's already done. Whereas kind of one-off setups like that, I know no one else has done that sort of setup. at that location, and that's what I'm kind of living for now. So I now have got to delve back into my book of dreams, see what's next on the list. It's definitely be something with the BMX, because hopefully me doing videos like this where I take you through the whole process might get you motivated to go out, find your own spots, find your own setups, kind of like that road gap, kind of like the other setups I'm going to show you throughout these vlogs. Next video is definitely going to be the BMX, like I've said. He's already built. He's ready to fly me somewhere. Where's he going to fly me? You're soon going to find out. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching.
And bye for now.
And bye for now.